Hello, guys. I'm gonna see if anybody hops on. Just wait for a minute. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's excited. It's the weekend, almost. Hello, you guys. Okay, so really quick, we're gonna talk about rosacea this morning. And if you struggle with rosacea, hopefully that this video is gonna be able to help you. It's something I've struggled with for a very long time, so we're gonna chat that today. But as you're jumping on, say hi. Let me introduce myself if you don't know who I am. My name is Lauren. I am 41 years old. I am a busy mom of 3. If you have children, or if you don't, we're all busy, right? In one way or the other. But I love teaching women over the age of 40 how to love their makeup again. Because let's be honest, as our skin changes, our makeup should change too. If you're using the same, if you're using the same makeup that you did in your 20s, you guys, I teach you simple tricks on how to revamp and change, just little tweaks. That's all you need. So if you're not following me, hit that follow button and come along for the ride. All right, hello guys. I'm just gonna see how everybody's doing. Okay, so I wanna start by talking about the makeup that I use. I'm praying for you guys, Sherry, praying for you guys. It's very scary, all these hurricanes going on right now. Hello, Kat. Okay. So, hi from Pakistan. Wow. Hello. Okay, so let's just get going. I don't want to waste your guys' time, and it's Friday. I'm leaving town today, so I have got to get packed because that's just how I operate. I'm a very last-minute person sometimes. All right, so before we start, I want to kind of talk to you guys about the makeup that I feel like has changed my skin. So, I want you to think too, if you're not using this makeup, I want you to think of your routine. I want you to think of all the products that you use, okay? So back in the day, I'm not joking, we travel all the time because my kids do a lot of sports, and I would literally have a separate suitcase for all the products that I would use. Hi, Darren. And in that suitcase, I had, a foundation bottle. I had, concealer, I had blush, I had bronzer, and the list goes on and on and on, and it was layering. What I noticed with my skin is as I did that, I would get really dry, get really patchy, and it was horrible. It just didn't work. So then I found this makeup right here. And this little guy, if you aren't familiar with this is from Saint, and everything in here is cream based. And I'm gonna go into why I love cream makeup for mature skin, and if you're not using cream, I really suggest you find something that works for you. But this little palette changed my life because everything in here is all I need for my entire face. So I don't have this big makeup bag anymore. So if you're struggling with that, I do free color matches and I will help you with that because I've been there and it sucks to have a huge makeup bag. This has everything I need in it. And they're all little tins. They magnetize in. They look like this. I was going to show you because I haven't really showed you guys before. They look like this and they pop open. Let me get close because I've got my portrait mode on. Woo! Like this. And they're magnetic. So then all you do is you slide it, if I can do this, right in to your compact. It stays in. And so this is all I do. I just put it in my makeup bag and I'm ready to go. So let's talk really quick benefits of cream makeup, okay? Cream's really pigmented, so less is more, which if you've noticed that you have more texture on your skin, we have rosacea, we have melasma, we have all those things. The more you put products and layer on mature skin, the more you're going to feel more texture. So creams are very pigmented. You hardly need any product at all. And I'm going to show you that today. They also give a really skin-like natural effect with still giving coverage. And it looks very natural. It brings glow, hydration to your skin. So I'm going to post this after if you're interested in getting your own customized compact. Yours isn't going to look like mine. That's a cool thing. You can customize it for yourself. You can comment color match or me, whatever. I will send you information, okay? All right, that's my spiel because I'm obsessed with this. This has literally changed my skin. I've had so much, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, rosacea. I want you to give me a thumbs up in the comments if you have struggled with rosacea or you have it now. I really think it's a big problem as we age, and it's a normal problem as we age. So, color match. Janet, wait till I post it, and then I would love to help you. I'll give that information to you. I lose these comments, so if you write color match now, it's really hard for me to find you again. Yeah, Sarah says she deals with it. Okay, good. Not good. It's not fun to deal with, right? Good. Allison says yes, she has it. Okay, I see some thumbs up. Good. So if you are here and you have rosacea, you are in the right place, okay? The first thing I'm gonna say, if you have rosacea, there's varying degrees of it, okay? And you need to make sure that you've gone to a dermatologist or your esthetician. There's a lot of you on here that are dealing with rosacea, so I'm really glad I'm talking about this topic. So one thing with rosacea, let's break it down. Rosacea can be flushing of the skin, so your skin gets really flushed very easily. You can have veins. I have veins that are rosacea. You can have, it kind of looks like little spider vein dots on your face. You can have more texturing of the skin. So all of those are signs of rosacea, okay, that redness. And then how we combat that, besides skincare, because skincare is going to be really important, how we combat that with makeup is thinking of the color wheel, okay? So if you've watched my videos before, I talk about the color wheel a lot. So when we're correcting something, we want to think opposite of the color wheel. So by doing that, red is opposite as green, right? Although sometimes our redness can look blue, so we'd want to color correct with orange. So depending on the severity of your redness, and I can help you with that with a color corrector, but depending on the severity of your redness, that's going to depend on the color corrector that we want to use. The worst thing you can do with rosacea is layer products on top. If you're using a liquid foundation and you're layering that on top, you're going to get a lot of texture. So, you're so nice, thank you. Okay, so let's just start. So the first thing you wanna do is work on your skincare. Rosacea, in my case, has made me really dry. So I always have to make sure that I start with prepping my skin. Prepping your skin before makeup is the best thing you can do, especially over the age of 40. If you are not prepping your skin, you're going to have a lot of dryness. You're not gonna see your makeup go on as well. So make sure that whatever skincare you're using is good for your skin. I can't say that enough, okay? No makeup is going to correct anything if you're not taking care of that skin. Okay, so I have my moisturizer on, I have a primer on. Now, the first thing with rosacea that you can do is you can use a green-based primer. I am not using that. My rosacea isn't that severe, and when I get a tan, it looks even better. When I'm very light and pale, it's standing out, like a lot more. So using a green-based primer is something that you can do. But we're gonna talk Saint because, like I said, this is the makeup I use, and I'm gonna show you my favorite color corrector for my rosacea, and that is this color right here. This is called Aspen Contour. It's like a magic eraser for your redness. And the reason this is a magic eraser for your redness is because it has a green base to it. So remember I said on that color wheel, we're going opposite. Red, opposite of the color wheel is green. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull my hair back so we can just get going because I don't want to talk all day long. I could talk to you guys all day long. Okay, I like when I'm color correcting, I've got quite the hair today, sorry. When I'm color correcting, I like to use kind of a small, dense, fluffier brush. This is the spot brush from Demi, our Demi collection from Saint, okay? Sometimes it's on sale, I don't know if it still is, but I'm just gonna dip in. Now, I want you to see my skin. Hopefully you can see it, but I do have some spider veins here and I have some texture right along the cheek area. A lot of times with rosacea, you're gonna see it right along here, okay? That's where it can really show up. So I'm just gonna dip into the Aspen, not taking much, and you always wanna start with less is more. So you don't wanna go in with a ton of product on your face, okay? If you go with too much product on your face, you're going to have a hard time with it. You don't wanna add a ton of product. As we age, you're gonna hear me say that over and over, less is more. Okay, so I'm just putting a light base of Aspen over that redness, okay? And what that's gonna do is it's just gonna even out my skin tone. And you can hopefully see that, getting as close to the camera as I can. You can see it's evening it out versus this side, right? Hopefully, can you see it? Thumbs up if you can see it. Okay, and then with this spider vein that I have right here, I'm just gonna tap the product on top, like that. See how that just immediately gave me a smoother look to my skin, and I don't even have makeup on yet. So the color correction is so key. The other things you can do, and I'm not gonna go into too much of it, but there's a demi color called Y01 that I love for my rosacea. And you can also use that. But if you have more of a blue tone to your redness, that Y01 is really good for that, okay? That just evened out my skin, and I hardly used any products at all. You guys, cream is so pigmented. I'm glad you guys can see that. Now, the other thing, I get a lot of spider veins under my nose. Raise your hand if you are over the age of 40 and you're seeing spider veins under your nose. There's so many fun things as we age, right? But it's just little tiny correctors that we can use to even our skin tone out. Okay, so there, I evened out my skin tone and I haven't put my makeup on. I could walk out the door like this and I feel already more confident because my redness is corrected. It's more neutralized, okay? All right, so there we go. There's Aspen. If you're looking for an easy color corrector for your rosacea, Aspen is great. I'm also gonna put a little on my nose. My nose tends to get really red, and I showed you guys how to correct your nose if you have really red, dry noses, but we're not gonna go into that. But this is just gonna give me a really even base, okay? Yeah, it's a huge difference, and I don't even have makeup on, so it's crazy. And it's really scary. A lot of people are like, you want me to use that on my redness? And I do, and it works, okay? I just proved it to you. All right, let's do one compact makeup really fast, and then I'm gonna leave you alone for your Saturday, okay? So like I said, this is my one compact makeup, so everything in here is what I use for my face. Mine looks like this, yours will look different. And we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how creams are gonna give, I'm gonna move this a little closer, how creams are gonna give me a really bright, hydrated look. Okay, and I'm gonna use my finger. The best way to apply cream-based makeup is with your finger. I know it seems weird, but especially as a beginner, this is gonna show you that you don't need a lot of product. So I'm gonna start with contour. I'm not gonna go into this huge spiel about how to contour. If you're not following me, go follow me. I have lots of videos on contour, and I always say with any makeup that you're using, you wanna use your face as a roadmap because mine is gonna look different than yours. And so you always want to use your face as a roadmap. Okay, this is a ashy toned contour. You want to use something that's ashy. If you don't use something that's ashy, you're not gonna get a shadow, okay? If you're using bronzer to contour, it's not gonna give you that same effect. So you wanna use something that's ashy. And I like using my finger because I have more control, especially if you're new to creams, it just gives you a lot more control of placement. Because this definitely is a different system, okay? All right, so now I've got my contour. How easy was that? I could contour my lips. I mean, for real, whatever. I don't do that very often, but I can do it. Okay, now we're gonna do main foundation, okay? Main foundation. I just got a spray tan, so I'm gonna guess that this is my main foundation. So we'll see. And I'm just gonna put that, I think that'll work. I'm gonna put that right here. Anywhere a man would have a beard. Okay, it's kind of the rule with that. Anywhere you need that extra coverage, your main highlight shade is your main foundation shade, okay? And if you guys have any questions, seriously, ask away. You guys are so quiet today. Normally I have 1,000 questions on here. Hello. Okay, so there's that. I like to put it up here too, just a little bit. But I hope you can see I'm not using much product at all, okay? You don't need much product. Is this contour cream the same as a CC cream? No, it is all cream based. So cream based makeup is going to be very different than a CC cream. CC cream is more liquid based. I want you to think of cream as a very pigmented product. So if you are getting a bottle or a tube of foundation, and I know I look crazy right now, if you're getting a tube or a bottle of foundation, it has a lot of liquid in it. Okay, so if it has a lot of liquid in it, you're not getting a lot of pigment, which is why we don't need huge amounts of tins. These tins are small. We don't need a lot of product in there because you literally don't need much at all. Aspen is a contour, yes. And you can go to my website and shop Aspen contour if you want. Amy, I used Aspen. You can go to my main profile and you can click that link. There's a link on my main page and it will take you straight to my Saint website and you can go find Aspen Contour. And like I said, I love this Demi Spot Brush for applying. It just gives a nice, smooth application. I don't know if, I think I might have missed a question. Why am I using my hand? So I'm using my hand because I want to show for beginners the easiest way to place creams. The biggest mistake I see when people are starting with cream makeup is they use too much product. The reason you use too much product is because you're used to using a liquid foundation and we take liquid. You've seen them. I know you guys have seen people with liquid and they're just putting it all over their face. Well, the reason you need so much product is because there's so much water in that formula. So if you've noticed, if you use liquid foundation, by the end of the day, it's off your face. It's because it evaporates, like it dries out your skin, and cream doesn't do that. So I'm using my finger just to show you placement, but also to show you that as a beginner, this is the easiest way to place your makeup. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay, I think we're caught up. Okay. All right. Now, so that was my main color. And then I want to go in and brighten. Now, if you've seen my videos with under eyes, I'm going to use that same, I'm using Mango, and I'm just going to put that on my purpley under eyes. You guys, if you go in with a brightening color, like too bright, and you try to color correct your skin, you're going to be like, this isn't working. The reason it's not working is because you're putting too bright of something on a dark color and it's pushing it forward, and it's not gonna correct. If you go too light on something, it's gonna make it look worse if you're trying to correct. So remember that with a color corrector. Yeah, they don't mix, exactly, thank you. Okay, I'm missing comments, I'm sorry. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my brightener, okay? And I'm gonna go right here in the inner and outer corner, and I'm not using much. You guys, if you are over the age of 40, please don't use a lot of product. You don't need a lot of product. Less is more. This is not that much. I get comments all the time. They're like, you're using so much product. This is not this many product. This is not much. Where am I located? I'm in Idaho. I know. I'm in a little town in Idaho. Can you believe it? I'm going to put a little bit of my brightener down here and here. Okay? That's my 3D foundation. Another really quick thing about using... Sorry, I'm laughing at comments. One thing I've seen with using cream-based makeup is the question of why are you using so many colors? The reason I'm using so many colors is because our skin is not one color. I want you without makeup to look at your skin, and I want you to say, look at it. Are you one color? You're not one color. So why would you only use one color to, cover your skin? I tried your... Yay, I'm so glad it worked for you. Good. Okay, we're gonna use the detail brush. Okay, so we're gonna go, thank you. I know I was getting a lot of comments. I didn't really know how to respond to that. Thank you. Okay, so you guys have my back. I love you all. You're so sweet. Okay, and I have like ADD, so half the time I'm like, trying to do these lives. Okay, detail brush. Setting spray. This is just a little trick I like to do. I'm gonna spray my brush. This is gonna help really blend out the makeup. The biggest question I get is how does this all blend together? So let's do a real-time blend, okay? On my reels, I don't have as much time to show you guys. So I like to start at the bottom of my face, and I like to work upwards. And I like to do light to dark. Yes, this will all blend together flawlessly. You just watch. You're gonna be amazed. It's like magic. It's the best thing ever. Does the dark shade make the light look muddy? Well, watch. It doesn't. It really doesn't. I promise you, because I'm not touching that dark shade just yet, okay? I'm just going to go and blend out light first. Okay, and I'm going to turn my brush. And I'm using a tapping motion, okay? And when you use a tapping motion, you're not going to swipe your product off, okay? Any setting spray is okay to use, yes. Look, okay? I just blended that side. It looks like skin. That's the crazy thing. It looks like skin, which I love. Okay. All right. Thank you. I know if I was talented enough to block them at the same time as doing my makeup, I would totally. So you guys are awesome. Thanks for having my back. Okay. So I'm going through and I'm just blending out the light to the dark. I'm so excited for you to get them too. Yay. Okay. And you don't have to be specific, you guys. Like literally this works, okay? You don't have to feel like you have to be perfect with makeup. I want you to know that like the best thing I tell my customers when they get their makeup is play with it. If you're not playing with your makeup, you're never gonna learn. It's just like in life. If you don't try something new, you're never going to grow. It's the same thing with makeup, right? Just play with it. If you mess it up, guess what? You can remove it and try it again. Okay, so with contour, it's the same thing. So now I've already blended out my light colors, and I'm going to pull my contour up towards my temple, and I'm going to pull it upwards towards my eye to get a nice, pretty shadow that's going to give me some cheekbones. Can you see that? It's amazing. Okay, and then I'm gonna come up here and I'm going to pull that into my hairline. Now, if you are like me, which hopefully you don't have this situation, but your hairline starts receding as you get a little bit older, another joy of aging, and so you want to pull that in back towards your hairline, okay? It creates that shadow that you have hair there, and it also creates the shadow that your forehead is a little smaller than it is. If you have a small forehead, use your face as a roadmap. You do not have to contour your forehead. Aw, you're so sweet. Okay, then on your jawline, you're gonna pull it down. If you have a double chin, anything like that, I do have videos to help you. So, don't you worry. If you're not following me, go follow me because I have tons of tips for you guys, okay? And then I'm just gonna blend that out, just like that. Look at the glow that that makeup gives me. And I still look like me, That's what I want you guys to know. You don't have to wear makeup to look like somebody else. You can get that nice skin-like glow by using cream makeup. It's the best thing ever, and my skin has stopped being dry. So if you have dry skin, this is literally the holy grail for me. Okay, so now this is the next question I always get. Should I do bronzer or blush first? Once again, there are no rules to makeup. There are no rules to makeup. Yes, Saint does have a 30-day return policy. So if you don't like it, you can return it. We also have a 30-day color swap policy, which means if you get a color you don't love, you can send it back and swap it for a darker color or a lighter color too. It can be scary, I know, to buy online, okay? I personally, okay, I'll tell you what I think on the matte powder bronzer. Yes, you can see people doing that all the time. Bronzer is warmer than a contour. A contour is going to have an ash base, so I want you to look. In fact, look at this. This is my contour, this is my bronzer. Do you see the difference here? With a contour, if you have more of an ashy shadow toned like this, you're going to actually get a shadowy look, which is why it makes my cheekbones look like I have cheekbones. I don't in real life. My cheekbones, I have a very I'm more rounded here. So this is bringing that sculpting look. Now, if I do bronzer, it's just gonna give me like a more warm look. So we really wanna go cool toned with contour to get the sculpted shadowy look. Okay, I'm missing so many questions. Let me go back before I go to the next thing. Oh, I'm so glad you love it. Yay, that makes me happy. Okay. You know what, Antonetta, I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry. You have to find what works for you. I used to use MAC, it didn't work for me. So one makeup isn't gonna work for everybody, but if you are struggling and you don't love what you're using now, trying cream makeup might be the way to go, okay? And all creams are not made the same, just so you know. I actually tried some cream from another brand recently just to try them, and they are not as pigmented as Saint. So, and they were very heavy, and I do not like that. The best way to pick a bronzer, so it depends, right? It depends on your skin tone. I can help you with that. You can always send me a picture. You can DM me, and I will help you with that. But it does depend on your skin tone. Okay, I'm gonna start with bronzer next. Now, if you love putting blush on and then bronzer, great, do you? But for me, I love bronzer because I like my blush to stand out a little bit more. So I'm barely tapping in. Do you see the color pigment I got from that? It's amazing. Now, if you are putting on your bronzer and you find it's like really pigmented, tap it on your hand first. And then you're just gonna put that bronzer. You don't need a ton of bronzer. See how that warmed me up with just barely anything? You're just gonna tap that anywhere the sun would naturally kiss your face, okay? So forehead, high points of the forehead, cheeks. I like to put it on my nose, but look how that just warms me up. Like, it's crazy, you guys, how little product you actually need to get a beautiful skin-like natural look. Can you guys see how that is making my skin? It's just giving me a nice glow, and I love it. It does work with oily skin. With oily skin, I'm very dry, like I said, but with oily skin, you're gonna need a setting powder to set those areas that get oily. But the other thing with cream is you wanna give it 2 weeks. If you're oily, give it 2 weeks. Your skin will adjust to it, and you'll find that you really don't need a lot of product at all with oily skin, and the less you use, the better it's going to sit on your skin. So, but you always should use a setting powder if you are oily. Okay. You're so welcome. The products are not available in Australia, you guys. I'm so sorry. We're only in the US or Canada. Whoa, I'm knocking things. We're only in the US or Canada right now. So hopefully someday we will expand. Am I caught up with questions? You know what, Amy? I'm actually gonna post this to my feed today, so you can save it as soon as I post it, yes. Yes, this cream makeup works for skin that has deep wrinkles and is definitely, as we age, we get more saggy, right? The reason this makeup works so well for that, that's a great question, is because it doesn't sit and it doesn't crease in fine lines and wrinkles. So if you've used liquid, this was my problem too, is I was using a concealer stick, I was using liquid foundation, and I felt like I looked so old because liquid sits in fine lines and wrinkles. You get a lot more creasing, but with cream, because you don't need a lot of product, like you guys saw how much product I put under my eyes, not at all. It's not going to make it worse. It actually kind of smooths out everything. If you can see that, it just smooths everything out and gives you a really nice skin-like look. So yeah, if you have deep wrinkles, you have that more like mature skin, it's the best thing ever. In fact, go to my feed because I actually have a video I did with my mom. She's 70 and I did makeup on her and you will see the difference. And I mean, my mom looks fabulous at 70, but you'll see the difference between me and her. Okay. Yay, I love hearing that. Yay, yes. Bronzer higher up helps. It does get easier. You have to just kind of play with it for sure. I know, Germany, I wish. We got some creeps on here today, man. Okay, all right, I think I caught up. All right, so I've got my bronzer on. Now I'm gonna go in with my blush, and I'm gonna show you this. This is something that you guys, I have a lot of questions on, like, can you mix blushes? Yeah, you can. So I'm gonna mix two blushes for you. This has been like my go-to combo. It's Desert Sunset, which I love this color. A lot of people think it's really light cream. Okay, cream blush is a lot lighter than using a powder blush, okay? If you're using a powder blush, you're gonna get a lot of texture. Cream is a lot more of a glow from within look. So I'm gonna use Desert Sunset. I'm actually gonna pop it out because I wanna show you the two colors that I'm gonna use together. And these tints just pop right out of the compact. So I'm gonna use Plum. This is like a perfect look for fall. Plum and Desert Sunset, okay? And I'm gonna show you how I layer that. So I just put the blush on the high points of my cheeks because I want a lifted look, like that. And yeah, don't go back to liquid. It's like, I'm telling you, creams are a game changer. And if I could like shout it out even more than I do now, I would, because I wish back in the day someone had told me about creams. I just happened to see a video like this and I decided to trust that person and I went for it and it's literally changed my entire skin like so much. I wish I could go back and show you guys what my skin used to look like. You'd be like, whoa. Okay, then I'm gonna blend that out. Look how pretty that is. See how that just gives a glow from within? It's not bam in your face. Simple, natural, and as we age, our makeup needs to be natural. If you love a colorful eye, you can do that. If you love color, you can do that. You just wanna make it natural. You don't wanna make it unnatural, especially as we age. Okay, that's it. How easy is that? That's my makeup. You can put an illuminator on. I get that question a lot, so let's do illuminator. This is an illuminator. It adds a little bit of glow. If you are over the age of 40, I don't recommend a powder illuminator because what happens is you're gonna get more texture, it's gonna show wrinkles. So this cream just gives a really nice soft glow. Hopefully you can see that. So when the sun or the light hits, it makes me just look glowy and more hydrated. Put a little down your nose, Cupid's bow, just like that. And then I'm gonna use Hollywood on my lips. Like that. So it's so cool, you guys, because everything is in this compact. Everything. You don't need 20,000 products anymore. It's amazing. Now, if you're oily, this is where you're gonna set with powder. If you're not oily and you just, in general, I don't care if you're oily, dry, anything, combo, you're gonna need a setting spray, okay? Creams move. You guys saw how I blended really well, but you have to set it. If you don't set it, you're gonna have a slipping, sliding mess. We don't want that. So I'm just gonna spray this all over my face. Just like that. So easy. What compact is that? Oh, this is my Saint compact. And if you go back, I'm gonna post this video. If you go back and look, I'll explain how this works, okay? My skin right now would look warm because I have a spray tan, but I'm very cool. I'm very fair, yes. But I definitely have some more undertones for sure because of like different features on my face. Okay, I hope that helped you guys. I kind of kept you for a while, I'm sorry, but I did want to show you that because I do get a lot of questions on how to apply this makeup. what it's all about. And if you guys have questions, you can always DM me, please do. But I'm gonna post this video. If you're interested in getting a color match, when I post it, just go ahead, and I'm so glad you love it so much. Go ahead and just say, me, color match, whatever, and I will send you my form. All you do is fill it out, and then I send you all my recommendations, and then you shop. You make your palette exactly what you will use, okay? So, thank you so much. Hope you guys have the most, I will definitely post this, Becky, I promise. I hope you guys have the most amazing Friday, and oh, I'm so glad, yay. And I just appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for always being so supportive, having my back. I can't say that enough. And if you are not following me, come join this group of women that we have building on our page. This page is so fun for the women that I've met, and I just love you all. So, all right, my friends, I will talk to you later. Have a great weekend.